and welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss how to use the where clause in SQL Server. First, we'll use the where clause to retrieve a single value. Then we're going to use the where clause to retrieve a range of values. And then we'll finish up with retrieving specific multiple values using the where clause. Take a look at the customer table below. We're going to retrieve a single value from the customer table. And what we're going to do is we're going to select a postal code from the customer table. So here's our script. We're going to use the select keyword to select three columns: first name, last name, and the postal code column. And we're going to select these columns from using the from keyword from the customer table. And here's our where clause, where the postal code is equal to a single value of 98911. We click execute. And as you can see, there's two customers that have that postal code in the customer table. And you'll see here we didn't use any quotes around the 98911, and that's because the postal code is a number, has a number data type. And so whenever you're dealing with a column that has a number data type, you don't have to use single quotes. But here's another query that also is going to select a single value, and you'll see here we're using quotes. In this query, we're going to select the customer ID, first name, last name, home phone, and state columns from the customer table where the state is equal to Florida. And because the state column has a data type that's a text data type, we have to use single quotes around Florida. So we click execute, and these are the customers in the customer table that have a state that's equal to Florida. Now let's take a look at a query which will allow us to retrieve a range of values. And what we're going to do is we're going to retrieve a range of postal codes. So in this query, we're going to select the first name, last name, home phone, address, state, city, and postal code from the customer table. And in this where clause, we're going to use where the postal code is between, and we're using this between keyword, between 98900 and 98911. And keep in mind, when you use the between keyword, the numbers that you specify with the between keyword are also going to be included in your output. So we click execute, and you see all the customers that fall in the range of 98900 and 98911. So we have 4 customers here. Now this is actually a shortcut way of writing it. You can also write it like this, where it's where the postal code is greater than or equal to 98900 and the postal code is less than or equal to 98911. So both of these queries are equivalent, and we're going to execute them at the same time so you can see that they both have equivalent results. And there it is. Okay, now let's go over how to retrieve specific multiple values from a table. So we're going to be using a table called service plans. And here's our table below. It has the plan ID, plan name, plan description, the plan price, and the discounted price. And what we're going to do is we're going to select specific multiple values. So here's our query. We're going to select the plan ID, the plan name, and the plan description columns from the service plans table where the plan ID is equal to W1001, or if the plan ID is equal to D22 or 02, or if the plan ID is equal to D1003, or if the plan ID is equal to L2002. And notice that these values are enclosed in quotes, because whenever you're dealing with a column that has a text data type, then the values associated with that column must be enclosed in quotes. So we're going to click execute, and we should only select the values that we specified in the where clause. So as you can see, there's 4 values that came up. Now just know there's actually a shortcut way you can do this, and what makes it a shortcut is you don't have to keep saying plan ID equals all those several times. You can also write the query like this, where you use something called the in keyword, and you say where plan ID in, and you put your values in between the parentheses. And so now here you don't say plan ID several times like we do in this query above. And these two queries are actually equivalent, and we'll see that when we click execute. And as you can see, both queries have the same results. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like more in-depth learning, please check out my SQL course in the description section below.